Yes, guys, welcome from me, it's Championship Manager 0102, the Let's Get Champed interactive game, part 3. This is what you've been waiting for, isn't it? A little bit more of a proper video, and none of that shit of me fucking playing music. So, part 3, which means it's season 3. Now, the reason I've done it with September, the season has actually already started, but I've gone with September because that's in line with the transfer window, or most transfer windows around Europe. So that's why I went with it. So I'll try not to miss anything out upon requests of what to look for. We'll go in no particular order of value or anything. We'll go in alphabetical order. So we'll start with Alias from the forums. Alias, Oxford United, looking good, Alias. No games so far this season. You had your second move, a free transfer to Welling, and then a 55 grand move to Oxford. Now, what I want to point out, right, is, and I'll show you this more at the end of the video, all the playable leagues that I've got open. I think I showed it in one of the other videos. And the reason that's important is because, let's take Alias as an example here. He moved to Welling, and he scored, supposedly, 10 goals and 18 assists. Now, I won't take that as gospel. It's better than not playing any games, I guess, but it's in a non-playable league, which is a conference or whatever fucking Beezer Holmes leagues Welling are in. But it's shit, really, because it's not a really true reflection on his ability, and it can't be helped. That is the case of a few other players. Okay, William Anderson, Northern Irish, capped at under 21 level. Just remember, guys, you are still only 18 years of age. You've still got the world at your feet. Perth Glory, and then a move to Sydney. Now, again, funnily enough, I actually left Australia open, so Australia is a playable league. So this is a true reflection on William Anderson. Long way to go, William, long way. Jude Barnes, to put this blunt, you look shit. But again, long way to go. He's at Twente, started out at Twente, had a loan spell at VVV, where he got a few games. Hopefully he'll look to break in a little bit more this season. Jamie Baxter. Jamie, well, you're still in Scotland. You know what I'm waiting for, Jamie, don't you? But unless you step it up, I can't see you getting that move to any Glasgow clubs. Okay, so he started out at Kilmarnock, had a loan... got that wrong, didn't I? He's actually got a move to Rotherham, where he's... that's in the same season. So he got a move to Rotherham, didn't play any games, and now he's on loan at Dundee United. Scotland is open. Now, I'll tell you something, and again, this is something that does happen with other players. You'll see, it says here, under 24-25, that where's 23-24, season 1? The reason it don't say it, and I'll explain why it's not there, is because it means that he had no non-competitive games in that entire seaon. If he moved to Kilmarnock and he didn't play any games in the seniors or non-competitive until 2026, it wouldn't have any of these. That would disappear. So that's why that's not there. That does apply to somebody else, which we'll get to later on. Dave Birch. Look at that. Look at that dribbling and finishing. 25 apiece. And as you can see, Dave Birch has now moved. He's left France, and it wasn't certainly a bad stint in France at all. He's in England with Ipswich Town, and he looks absolutely the bollocks. Valuing it at £9.25 million and 19 grand a week on a 6-year deal. The problem is, or the downside of Dave Birch is, he's got those two massive attributes there, dribbling and finishing. The others need to really step it up. But he's got value on his side. Mark Bonney looks pretty decent, quite balanced. And he's at Lons. I don't know, I think all you guys, you need to get to England. That is the best league in the world, no doubt about that. Boozer. Now, Boozer, he's actually developed well. Passing 21, he's really starting to pick up there. The only thing I don't like about Boozer, but I do like about it, because he's the only player, is he's a defensive midfield right, wing-back. And of course, as you can see, he's at Juventus. So he was at Setúbal on a free transfer. Now Setúbal were in Portugal, excuse me, but they're non-competitive, so they were non-league, so they weren't in the top divisions. But a big move to Juventus there for Boozer. We'll see. I mean, You can see he had some non-competitive games last season for Juventus. 9 games. They are sort of reserve games or friendly games. You never know. You never know. Craig Bothwell. Craig. A bit like what we were just looking at with Birch a minute ago. Dribbling and finishing look good. The rest of you doesn't. But you are in Greece. I don't know if I've got Greece. Yes, I have got Greece open. So we'll see how you flare up. A loan spell last season within Greece, and to be fair, you actually did really well. 13 in 19. Craig, there is a chance for you yet. Get yourself sorted out. You've only got 2 years left on your contract, Craig. Less than 2 years. Mark Brown. You're not setting the world alight, are you? You're really not. You're at Dijon. You need something. Something needs to change, Mark. Brunino Carica from the forums. An attacking midfielder. Plying his trade in the second tier of Brazil. Like Mark Brown, really. Something needs to change here. You need to do something. Baz Chambers. Baz is still at Peterborough United. It's looking good, though. I mean, pace, passing, crossing, tackling, strength. It's building. 6 substitute appearances this season. Last season, 4 starts. Need something, don't you? Baz, you really do. Okay. That's Baz Chambers. John Chambers, still at Wellington Phoenix in Australia. Needs something, John Chambers. Although he looks a lot better than Baz Chambers, and he's going to look a lot better than myself, because I'm still at Peterborough. Looking a little bit better than Baz Chambers for the right back slot. 14 games in season 1. 1 game in season 2. Look at that. 1 game, 1 goal, and no more games. What the fuck is that all about? Prick. Ashton Clare. Ashton is looking solid at Rennes after his free transfer to Crawley. So it looks like he had some he was in their resis all season. It looks like 22 non-competitive for Ashton. It looks good though. Looks very good. A real bland, a real balanced blend of everything. I'd be optimistic. Chris Clark, a left winger at Udinese. Let's have a look then. Free transfer to Spartans in Scotland. I remember that actually. I couldn't quite remember. Udinese took him last season. Was the non-competitive. It's just about building really, and he's getting there. Scottish/Brazilian for Chris Clark. Michael Clarkson, 2 caps for San Marino. But you've got competition for San Marino. But as you can see, you're still at Club Brugge. Belgium, I think we've got Belgium open. Yes, we have. £2.3 million. You look good. No doubt about that, Michael. Ashley Coghlan. You look shit. You're at Woking on loan from Darmstadt. Darmstadt, who were they again? I can't even remember. So that's a little bit bizarre, really, that he's on loan at Woking from Darmstadt. You need a little bit of work, don't you? And you're on loan at a non-competitive league. Okay, over to Matt Collier-Brown. Matt Collier-Brown thought he might look a bit better than that, but Matt actually had the most appearances in season 1. Now, what I've got it set right is, I think it was something like 42 and 8 subs. I think it was something like that. Once the season's finished, they actually add them together, so it becomes 50. It takes out the subs and just adds them once the season's over. So, plenty of game time at Lincoln, and a big move over to Luton Town. Long way to go though, Matt, and you're on 12 grand a week. You've got to be happy with that, if only, eh? Padraig Corcoran. Now, what was the comment you wrote? Your regen's going to be great. Mate, don't sell yourself short. You've broken into the Irish under-21s, and you've stayed in Turkey. Now, I haven't got Turkey open, and the reason I haven't got Turkey open is because on the update, I think Turkey causes a few errors. Jeff Cowell, Le Mans. Still looking good, Jeff, but you're losing game time, and I think we've got to look at something for you, Jeff. Injury-prone 7, but you've... your injury's not been too bad, Jeff. Sort yourself out, though. Philippe Derolla, the next Cafu. He wants to be the next Cafu. He openly told me that. Now, he's unknown, so he could get a move. I mean, he's only got 18 months left on his contract, it looks like, Philippe. So you could do it, but you look really good. But I don't want you to go to anywhere where I might go because of the right back thing. Fuck you. And finally on page 2, Spectral D'Souza. Well, he's got the dribbling, hasn't he? He's got the dribbling. 5 shitty games for Corinthians this year. But you were doing well in Brazil. In all honesty, you were at Club Bahia. It's shit, really, isn't it? Where you get a move. I mean, I know it's not a freebie move. It's not a massive move. It's £2.5 million. He's got a higher value now, and it's good to get that under your belt. But 5 games. I mean, I'd be pissed off if I was you, Spectral. In fact, I would slip my wrists if that was me. Okay, on to page 3 then. We will get there. Theo Downs from YouTube. Theo Downs is looking good. He looks the real fucking deal. I mean, yes, all right, he's got nothing in excess of over 19 and above, but generally speaking, 7.75 million is worth, 21.5 grand. And Theo Downs, of course, back in season 1, 27 goals for Peterborough, and that led this big money move to Aston Villa. Didn't quite do it last season, really, did he? 9 games, played a lot in the Rezzies, though, it would appear. He was almost a bench boy. Keep an eye on Theo Downs, definitely. Stefano Dalsonio from, I think it's Facebook. Okay, looking pretty good at Parma. Gubbio was your first move in Italy. Parma 75 grand, a real minimal move. Plenty of time, Stefano. On to Tony Dunn now. Tony Dunn, this is like a Roy Keane regen, is Tony Dunn, but maybe less the aggression. At Getafe, again, season 1, 23-24, he had no competitive or non-competitive games, hence why that's disappeared from his history. There's plenty of time. You've got some good attributes there, Tony. Sort yourself out. Miga Evangelou. Well, look at the finishing. Look at the off the ball. The problem is here, he's got a lot of less than double-digit attributes like passing, bravery, creativity. Well, Greece is open. Miga, whatever the fuck you want to be known as. Sort yourself out. On to our very own Mr. Safe Hands, also known as Eben. Eben Safe Hands, I love it. San Marino goalkeeper, hasn't quite broken into the national squad yet. Is on loan from Lille though, where he started out. So he's had a loan spell then over in France. Yeah, it's a tricky one really. I think. When you're going out on loan, loans are not the greatest on the Championship Manager 0102. They're a little bit flawed. They're better than they ever used to be. But we'll see. I mean, you know he's all right if he's on loan, if he signs a new deal whilst he's on loan, because at least you know it's a longevity of it. And he is still only a hot prospect, so there is longevity in that. Over to Pedro Fernandes. Pedro Fernandes, well, certainly a keen penalty taker, as you can see. Portuguese. Not too bad. Are they playable? Yeah, they are playable. They're in 2nd division. Okay, you could do well. Keep it going. Our very own Fodster. Fodster with a brutal finishing. Captain now for the under-21s for Australia. Looking good at Birmingham City, where he moved to from Port Vale. Okay, Fods, you can do it. I've got faith in you to be the Mark Viduka. That you are going to be the Mark Viduka here. The very best of luck. Kevin Gilmartin, Swansea City right back. Looks good. Looks very, very good. After a move from Doncaster. Now, you might have already seen. Let's check who's looking at him. Preston North End are tracking you, Kevin. Let's see. I mean, let's just see. To Championship. Preston's, yeah, okay. Early days in this season. Good luck there. Justin. Now, Justin, of course, the very last player to get a move. If you remember back in part 1, everybody got a move bar 2 players. Justin and a guy called James, who did have a planned move to Brazil. So Justin did get his move, and it was actually to Watford. So, yeah, he's getting game time. He has only got less than 2 years left on his contract. Good heading. So we'll see how he flares up. Mark Hamill, solid right back at Le Mans, has broken to Northern Ireland under 21s. He's had a bit of game time. Plenty of time, my friend. Gary Hanks. Now, Gary Hanks, I said this about somebody else, and Gary Hanks is a good example here. Gary Hanks' first season at Weymouth, non-playable in the non-league, so not in an active league. We'll say non-play, so not active league in the non-leagues. 26 assists, 19 goals. Now, if you get that in a playable league, then you are something special. But because it's non-playable, don't it's a bit misguided, really. But that being said, at the end of the day, it's better than nothing. Northampton move for less than $500,000. He is only backup, though. This is a good thing about one of the features. I can see that Northampton are only treating him as a backup, which will mean he'll probably get another move. But, a few games he's done all right, 2 assists. Go, Gary, you can do it. You're better than that. Matt Harvey, mate, I'm not gonna hold no punches. You look shit. You look fucking shit. And your injury prone is awful. Of 16, you've had no competitive games. 1 non-competitive, 3 non. Oh my god. Let's have a look at your injuries. Okay, I'm not sure what you need, Matt. I think you need, a miracle. But we'll keep updated. We'll keep updated, definitely, Matt. Now then, Steve Harl. Well, to be honest with you, right, Steve Harl has got no attributes above 20, but look, 6 caps for San Marino, 4 goals. He quoted it that he would be the best San Marino striker of all time, and he would put San Marino on the map. Now, he looks fucking amazing there. And we're not just talking of 1 or 2 attributes here. His pace could be better. Okay, so we knew he got a move to PSV and he had 1 game. Didn't play any senior games last season, but look at the non-competitive games. 19 games, 17 goals. He's done extremely well. And 1 game so far, and a hat-trick of assists and a goal. And of course, PSV is open. Let's see if we can have a look at that game. No, let's just see where it was if we can. I think for the benefit of Steve, I think he deserves this. We should find out. It's going to be that Champions League game, isn't it? There it is. What? Can you believe he didn't actually even get the the man of the match? That is an absolute disgrace. It really is an absolute disgrace. Keep it going, Steve. Keep it going. Over to James Hollyoak, who I was pointing out was one of 2 players that didn't get signed in the first transfer window, but did get it at the second attempt in Brazil. And James, you need to pull your finger out your arse. Okay, over to Hands in the Air from the forums. Well, Paris FC. So let me make sure you don't think that that's Paris Saint-Germain. I'm not going to give him any sort of glory of being one of the best teams in France, because he's not. 75 grand he's worth. To put this mild, you're a disgrace. You're an absolute... I'm only joking. Nah, plenty of time. You're only backup. I don't know. Long way to go. Now, I feel like I'm speaking like semi-porn here when I say the word hornblower. But look at this. Crossing 20... When I see those coloured attributes above the 20 mark, but I really need to sort of take away some of this glory of what I'm saying here, because there's a lot of attributes less than 10. So hornblower, sort it out. Crossing and dribbling look real fucking brutal. But the problem is you're not breaking in anywhere. You're not. And you're on loan now then at Oliba in Serie B, who are like a real shitty little team. I don't know, Hornblower, you need some work, really. You need some consistency. You've got 3 games, 1 assists. Sort yourself out. Pull your finger out your arse. Okay, Gary Johnson. Now, Gary Johnson, we spoke, didn't we, that Birmingham weren't going to hold on to you very long, and you were absolutely spot on, because look at that. You have moved to Leicester City for 19 millions, having recorded. So your first season at 16, 4 games. Look at that second season at the age of 17, going on 18. 34, goal every other game. Got 34 games, 17 goals. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And you are still in the Championship, though. You are still in the Championship, Gary. But your attributes, you got those two brutal ones, and you got to work on them. You really have. Okay, over to Darren Bunga Johnson. I'm not sure what the Bunga is. I always think Bunga is clearly a nickname of some kind. Or maybe you were just prone to taking bungs. I don't know, Darren. But Darren, Strasbourg. Now, you haven't moved again, but you have got a good auto value of 2.6, and you are an important first-team player. Now, that's a big, big thing, Darren. Ooh, look at that. They're top of the table at the minute. So that's very, very interesting for you, Darren. 2 goals in 3 games. You never know. You never know, Darren. Let's stay with Daz Jones now. Look at that Welsh youngster. Looks very, very good indeed. A nice balance all over the place. Only worth 200 grand now. He's in Philadelphia Union, which of course is in the United States, but it's a non-playable. Now, I do have the United States Open. But he's obviously the non-league of Philadelphia. So sort it out, Darren. Sort it out. Michael Jones, another Welsh youngster. You look shit, Michael. You look fucking awful. A loan spell at Frem. And I've got Denmark Open. So you did really well at that loan spell, but you're not doing anything at that. I don't know, Michael. We'll see. Now, little bit of a controversial name here. This is my wife's Annie entry. She wants to be known as Putin Jong-un. And this Korean / North Korean / Russian dual nationality has opted to have 8 caps for North Korea. Still at Antwerp, it looks like then. God, fucking hell, she gets around the block, don't she? Probably shouldn't say that, should I? On loan, all over the place. So she's still at Antwerp, not getting any game time. I don't fancy her chances. I really don't. Okay, just before we go to page 5, let me just show you then the selected leagues. And this is all the top, the playable leagues, the main leagues of all these countries that say background or selected. I don't have the non-league open, obviously, as you can see. I don't have the United States. Shit. I could have swore I put United States. Okay, fuck it. Okay, I don't have the United States, but I have virtually every other league. So I've made a mistake there, because I know I put Australia. Okay, never mind. No harm done. What up the bum? No harm done. Kevchenko. Love this name, Kevchenko. Luckily for you, Kev, I like your name, because your player looks like... Well, shit. A long way to go, Kev. Long way to go. You're at Derby County, and you need to... I mean, you had some game time in Season 1. Plenty of time. Andy Lakin, English / Chinese goalkeeper. Andy... What can I say? You got to move from Grimsby to Plymouth. We'll see. We'll see how you flare up. Okay. Luke Langley. Luke, well, there you are in Saudi Arabia. Of course, a league I don't have open. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, whatever you want to call it. You fucking money-grabbing bastard. Okay, Luke. Well, I can't take these as gospel, can I? But if they're genuine, get your ass to a playable league. Let's see what you can... Excuse me. Let's see what you can really do. Rob Lloyd. Well, Rob, now, who do you support, Rob? Because I can't remember. I did see this, actually, and I meant to message you, but I forgot. Rob Lloyd is at Manchester United. What a move. And it was only a 1 point for a look at that for a move. So, Barrow, and he did well at Barrow, to be fair, and he gets a move to Man United. He had 7 games last season. I fucking love it. Rob Lloyd, he might not be the biggest wage. He might only be a decent youngster. And he might not be the highest value. But he's at Manchester United, and despite what you say about them, if you hate them, he's got that move. Good on you. Good on you is what I say. Jamie Madden, Jamie, work to do, but you've got a big ability there, and that's passing. And you're at Ghent. This needs to be your breakthrough season, Jamie. Sort it out. On to from Madeira, another San Marino star, 7 caps, 4 goals. But let's be fair, right? I don't care if you've got 7 caps, 4 goals. I don't care. You are not putting Steve Hahn out of a position, so they better go 2 up top, is what I say. But let's talk about from Madeira. Started out then in Greece, Olympiakos, 3 million move, and you're still in Greece. Now, it's an interesting one, right? Because this isn't so bad. Because he's had season 3, he's had a 3rd successive move. And I had this discussion yesterday about Jordan Henderson, and they should have it in CM. And I have a self-imposed rule when I play: no player can leave in the same window. Now, I don't think that's necessarily happened in this game, but players shouldn't leave in real life, should not leave for 2 clubs in any 1 year. Jordan Henderson is a typical example of that. That's my opinion. Short-term deals, don't care. Don't care. None of this trial shit. I mean, especially if they sign a proper contract. But from Madeira, you're going around the block. On to the next one. Where are we? Paolo Marimo from the forums. Italian, Indonesian, looking good. The key attributes there for defender, Cremonese. This needs to be your breakthrough. Gavin Martin, another one for you. Leeds prodigy. We'll call him a Leeds prodigy because he's now at Leeds from Salford. Big move for him. Still in the Championship. You can do it. Stephen Main. Stephen Main looks good. Looks very, very good. Not breaking in so much at Rennes, but you never know. You could do it this season. John McGrath, midfield left at Warrington Town. Non-playable league for you, so don't go telling me you had 2 goals in two games. Non-playable. Okay, so Stockport County. You then got a loan move to Tonebridge. Non-playable. A loan to... Is it a loan on Warrington? Yeah, so you're still at Stockport as such. You're still at... right, okay, so... Make it count. Liam McShane. Now, he was the highest value player after the first window. And it just shows, it doesn't really mean much because he hasn't really done massive amounts. He has had a couple of games for West Ham. He has had a goal this season worth £7.5 million. And he's now squad rotation. Liam, you can do it. On to page number 6. Matt Meikle. Matt Meikle looks good, don't he? Looks good, Matt. Keep it going. Grieg. Is it Grieg or Greg? We're going to call you Grieg. Greg. Miller. Yeah, do you know what? I think with stats like that, I'm just going to call you shit. But you did get a move to Sunderland. You're out of Scotland, so congratulations, Greg. You've got out of Scotland. You've been released, and you're at Sunderland. Championship, you know, opportunity. Make it count. Bob Mole. Yeah, you're in Australia, Bob. Sorry, it's just a name. You're in Australia, Bob. Loads of time. I mean, you're not the only one of us players that are in Australia. Stu Merter's at QPR. Stu, you look shit. Injury prone 15. We're going to call you Darren Anderton, Stu. To put it blunt, Stu, good luck with your career. Over to Daniel Osborne. You don't look too bad, Daniel. You don't look too bad. A big move to Sheffield Wednesday. Sort it out, Daniel. Sort it out. Michael Page, Hong Kong international midfield right. And Michael Page is another one who in the first season had no games whatsoever. And he's still at Red Salt Lake. And I actually a bit pissed off, to be honest with you, that I didn't put the American League on. Because I could have swore I had, but hey-ho. Okay, on to Mike's brother, Pep Page. Pep, believe it or not, he's English and also from Azerbaijan. Pep, you looking shit. Stevenage, you're worth 90 grand. Ooh. You're on 500 quid a week. And you're at Stevenage. Good luck, Pep. You need something special. Panos, the Greek left back. Look good. You look good. You need to break. You need to make it. Panos, you need to sort it out. Wang Fat, Vietnamese. And when I hear the word Vietnamese, I think of that film In Bruges with Colin Farrell. The Vietnamese. Don't trust the Vietnamese. If I was in a war, I want to go on the Vietnamese side. To be honest with you, looks very, very good. But you're in Saudi Arabia as well, aren't you? So, you know what? You fucking money grabber. James Rattican. Again, the thing that shows to me right away is positioning and tackling. They look fucking brutal, but need to work on those other attributes. You're in America still. Sort it out, James. Sort it out. Get your ass over to England. Redders from the forum. Redders, you're in France still, yep, and you've played no games. But you are building. You are building, Redders. Keep it going, my friend. Keep it going. On to page 7. Carl Rhodes. Carl Rhodes at Metz. Left back. Look decent. Bit of injury prone now, which I don't like the look of to be... Oh, you've had no injuries. Okay, fair enough. Good stuff, Carl. Banana Rees. Rees. Banana Rees. So, you're in Russia, Banana. You're in Russia, which is quite interesting, because you can fucking stay there. No, make of the job. Okay, over to Paul Roberts. Paul, another striker. Okay. So Paul's at Peterborough. Paul has made the move to Peterborough United. Fucking weirdos. £12 million for Paul Roberts? Fuck's sake. No offence, Paul, but fuck's sake. I'm only joking, Paul. Paul is on 17 grand a week. Fuck me, Peterborough United. We are such a joke. Right, on to Des Robertson. Des. Okay, creativity is there. And you're at Barnsley still. Keep it going. Your first season was your best season by far. Need to sort it out, Des. Jesper Ronman. Jesper. Danish Argentine striker. You're not doing too bad. Oh shit, let's just go back to that a minute. I just wanted to look at your history, Jesper. Okay. You got a big move there. Big move in Denmark. Okay. Bit of value. Let's get you to the Premier League, mate. Let's get you to the Premier League. Rossandino. Now, that was the correct spelling, Ross, of what you gave me, how you wanted. But I'm going to refer it as Rossandino. I'm taking out that fucking L. It's a silent L. In fact, I'm not. I'm just going to rename you to Bollocks. Because, mate, you're not doing it. You're not doing it for me. You're absolutely not doing it for me whatsoever. Let's have a look at your injury record. Yeah, you had a few. So, Ross, sort it out. Peter Rudd, look at that passage straight away. Now, I'll tell you what, right? Pete Rudd, the three key attributes for a central defender, in my opinion, is tackling, positioning, and marking. And he's got his passing up there as well. Pete Rudd, and he's at PSV as well. I weren't even paying attention to that. Pete, a lot of games last season, Pete. So sort it out. You can do it. Mark Rutgers, our Dutch/English central midfielder at Zwolle, after his move from Dordrecht. You could do this. This is your season. Your season. Dan Saunders. Dan Saunders, you are in an elite of the category shit. No, I'm joking. You can still change things. You can do this, Dan. Yves Sham Dam. Jean-Claude Van Damme's brother. Okay, English and from the Faroe Islands. Ipswich Town. Interesting. Ipswich. Oh, you're in the Premier League, though. Premier League for you, Yves Sham. Sort it out. You can do it. Lee Sharples. Lee Sharples, you look so promising. But now you're playing for Portsmouth. So you're in League One, third tier. Lee Sharples, you're going to get your move. You're going to do it this season. You heard it here first. Hunter Sylvester, our genuine youngest contestant in this whole game of 101 people. Hunter Sylvester is actually younger than 18. Look at that finishing. Look at that positioning. Need something special though. You need to work on something and get out of Plymouth. Ugh. Although Plymouth are Premier League, so who knows? Let's see what he's worth. He's worth £3.5 million. Go on, Hunter. And now for Hunter's dad, Lee Sylvester, being upstaged by his son from Congo, captain under 21, is fucking awful. Playing in Serie B, yeah, Lee, you're a fucking disgrace. Ili Stevkov, Macedonian, playing in the German second tier. Ili, you might be good at predictions, but you're shit at this. I'm only joking, cunt. Peter Taylor, yeah, you're not looking very promising, are you? You're in a non-league of Spain. Oh, shit. So, yeah, a little bit of work to do for you to sort yourself out. Chris Thomas, Chris is at Brentford. Good move for you. Brentford in the Premier League, of course. Good value as well. That's good value. That's got to be a new contract surely for you. Chris Thompson. Chris Thompson, you look pretty good. Very early days at Blackpool. An important first team player. That's important to know. 6 games already. Could be your break season. You're in the Championship. Chance for you yet. Liam Thompson. Liam Thompson at Bolton Wanderers. Bolton, bottom of the Championship at the moment in his early days. You never know. Let's see where we go from here, Liam. Matt Tierney. Matt, Millwall. 5 games. Looking brutal on those 5 games at the minute. Big move to Millwall then, because you just need to continue going as you've started this season. You are back up, Matt. Let's sort it out. Lee Truss. I remember Lee told me his position, told me his nationality, and asked me to put him his attributes. I can't remember what I chose for you, Lee. I think it would have been dribbling, creativity, and pace. You're looking good, Lee. You're looking good. Still in Argentina. You know what? You can be the next Messi, definitely. Thomas Tunnicliffe, a goalkeeper, played in. Sorry. I thought I had Norway open. Okay, but never mind. Still time. We're almost there, guys. One more page and a bit to go. AJ Van Krondor, another PSV prodigy. Good season last campaign. 6 goals in 9 games. But again, who am I kidding? Steve Harl is a man at PSV. Now, unless Steve Harl suffers a long-term injury, which, touch wood, might happen. Right, okay. So, AJ, you're looking good. And unless they play 2 up top, but you know what? I'm going to have a look at something in a minute. In fact, let's do it now quickly whilst we remember. Let's just go to PSV. And let's just do it like this. So we can see. So, no, that's not one of us, is it? Fucking who's that? Yeah, so, Pete Rudd as well. Who do we say? Okay. Who do we say? I thought there was another player at PSV. Who am I getting confused with? Oh, fuck if I know. Steve, I like you break the leg, whatever. Okay, so that's AJ sorted. Over to Tobias. Look at that. He looks fucking good. It looks really... There's a real element of balance over here from Tobias. Has broken to Sweden under 21s. And as you can see where he's playing, he was in Australia. And this is what I'm saying, right? He was in Australia. He moved to Wellington Phoenix along with John Chambers. But what a move to Roma. 10 games last season for Tobias. And still a hot prospect, which means you're still going to develop. Which might mean you're on a good training regime to try and develop those attributes. Looking good, Tobias. Andy Vince, you are at Norwich City. 3 sub games. Andy Vince, you've had no games whatsoever, it would appear, for fuck knows how long. So, Partizan then, clearly Serbia's not open. A £1.9 million move to Norwich. Now, this is your season, Andy. You're in England. You might only be at Norwich, but you're in England. Trevor, we'll just call you Trevor. You have broken to China. Literally. You are China, or you have been China's #1 goalkeeper. We had this discussion, didn't we, about you and Andy Lakin. So 4 caps then. I know you're an Aston Villa fan, Trevor. But you're doing well at Wolves. You're doing very, very well. 4.8 value. Keep it going, son. James Wallace. A couple of good games already. A few good games at Barnsley. Looks good. Nice bit of balance. Balance over all of attributes. And a good, look at that. 2.2 million from Millwall. And you're repaying them. I think that's massive. Barnsley, we're on top of the Championship at the minute in these early days of Season 3. 850. I'd be very, very happy with that, James. Okay. Jorn Simonson Wang from Facebook. Is it Facebook? Yes, Facebook. Now, I mean, you are a goalkeeper, so don't underestimate all those digits under 10. Good positioning. I don't know what to expect from you, really. I'm a little bit on the fence of you. You're in Norway, which I've not got open. We'll see. We'll see. You need to move. That's what it is. You need to move. Brad Welburn. Make the most of this season. I mean, look at that. He's already hit 3 goals in 1 start and 6 subs at Derby. So Brad Welburn, well, Peterborough United cashed in then for 7.25. So, well, you're in the Championship. Go on, Brad. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, Brad Welburn. We're on to Sam Wheatley. Sam, English/Malaysian. Now, Sam wanted to be English/Basque, but it wasn't available for some reason on the update, but who cares? Sam, you're looking fucking good. You're looking good. You're at Luton still. Let's see where Luton are. Championship. Sort it out. You can do it. You can do it. Mark Whittaker. Mark, where are you even fucking playing? Mark, you're in Russia. So Mark's in Russia. Mark, to put it blunt, you need to get out of Russia before something bad happens. Can I say that? I've already said it. So go on, Mark. Ian Williams at Birmingham City. Striker. Big move to Birmingham City. £5 million. And it's ironic that I should go to Ian Williams right after going to Mark Whittaker, because I know how much those two love each other. But in all fairness, Ian, you've got work to do. You're not going to win the Ballon d'Or with that. Shane Wright has broke into Filipino national squad status with 5 caps, but you're still playing for Bolton Wanderers. Well, it's a big move for you, Shane. It's a big money move to Bolton. Yeah, you're in the Championship. I mean, go on, Shane. You can do this. You get more game time, you see, in internationals as well. That's what you want, Shane. And finally, our last two then, Terry Yorath, a.k.a. Ian from the forums, or London from the forums. And he's still playing at Nantes. Now, he's not getting game time, is he? He really isn't. I mean, he's playing non-competitive, 18 and 5, 27, great second season. Looking really good, Terry Yorath. Off the ball looks really out the page. But I think you need a move. You do need a move. Daniel Youngs is our final player. And we end it with a complete shower of shit at Wrexham. Well, when your big boss is Ryan Reynolds, what do you expect? Mate, you got work to do. I think you need to get out of Wrexham, to be honest with you. That's your problem. No disrespect to Wrexham, but you need to get out of Wrexham. Okay, so that is it, guys. That is a quick and in-depth into all of us. The highest value player, Dave Birch, followed by Steve Harl, Theo Downs, Liam McShane, Gary Johnson, and Chris Thomas. The lowest value players, Banana Rees. Banana Rees, you do it. Look at that. You deserve to be that. You're a Bermudian. Carl Rose, look at these 4 players. And I mean, I think anyone under 200 grand should be shot, to be honest with you. You really should. So let's just, if it's worth looking at now. Well, that's interesting. Nobody has a release clause. 101 players and no one has a release clause. That's very, very interesting. So far this season, James Hollyoak is killing it with foot. Well, I say this season, it's different in Brazil, because it's more January to December for the year. So, Paul Roberts so far this season, let's just remind ourselves, Peterborough United, 8 games, keep it going. So as you can see there, so Gary Hanks, 3 and 3, and let's say he finishes on 3 and 3, at the end of the season, it'll go over here as 6, it'll just add it up, just a little feature I've got on the game. Let's have a look at who our highest earner is. Well, our lowest earner is Wang, Karika, Philip Durala. You're all on really low money, but our highest, Gary Johnson, 44 grand. Look at that, he's on double what Theo Downs is on. The three of the highest value players. It's all the highest value players, they're on good money, but Gary Johnson is the man. He is the man. And I think what we'll do very, very quickly, let's, in case... that's interesting. I think we had to look at this, didn't we? So, a couple of awards for you there, Gary. Supporters Player of the Year. I think it was a warranted move, weren't it? It was. I'm only going to do it on these top players here. Yeah, look at that. Supporters Player of the Year for you, Theo. FA Cup runners-up. Okay. How do you like that? An FA Cup runners-up. Dave Birch. Well, I said, right, he looks fucking good. And then we look at that. Okay, Shane Wright. Well, you're up there, so let's have a look at you, Shane. You're one of the highest paid players. Have you got any achievements? Your first cap was against Iran. That must have been a real fucking amazing game for you there. Okay, and I think the last one then, we'll do Paul Roberts. Anything of achievement? No, nothing. We'll do one more very quickly. Brad Welburn. Let's see if you get anything. No, okay. So that is it, guys. Part 3 is done. What I might do is I might actually do 2 seasons. I might do 2 seasons now. Holiday 2 seasons, do the next part. Might do the next part then. And we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Stay tuned until the next one.